So we've had this van converted for 2 years now, so let's give you a tour around and show you exactly how we did it and what parts we have in it. So starting off our water setup, it's just under the sink here. We've got a 25 litre fresh water tank and a 25 litre wastewater tank. The wastewater just comes out the sink here, down into the tank, and our fresh water just has a submersible 12 volt pump inside of it, and you can just take these out of the van to fill them up nice and easily.
Dometic 9222 model for hob and sink. It's got a nice compact double burner with 1 tap cold water. It's nice, trendy and compact, easy to use. So we have installed a swivel seat, which is really handy. It makes loads more room once we swiveled it round. We've got a table leg, and the table just hooks into the table leg, which is bolted to the side of the van. And you can just eat on here and chill, work if you need to.
For our fridge up here, we've got a Waco CRX 50. It's great, it's got loads of space, has a nice freezer compartment at the top, plenty of fridge space in the bottom. And these are really good, so super efficient compressor fridge, so you can leave it on the whole time. So just above here we got some of our switches and plugs. So we've got a 12 volt plug for normal cigarette lighter plugs. We've got 2 USB sockets here, and our switches here, one for the under counter lights and one for the TV plug. And onto our lights now, we've got some nice under counter lights here, which are great for cooking. And then we've also got the main lights for the van up here, which is on a touch dimmer switch that you can adjust. On the roof of this van, we've got a 100-watt solar panel. It's then going into our solar charge controller, which we'll show you in a minute. And this is just a monitor for it. So this can tell us exactly how much battery we've got coming in, how charged the batteries are. You scroll down, you can see exactly all the figures. At the moment, we've got 24.5 watts coming in on a winter's day. So the solar in this van is enough to power all the appliances, including the fridge, all year round. So we made these cupboards here out of some nice pine wood, which we chopped into strips and then layered up to look like mountains. These have then been varnished and top coated to give a nice effect. These are just opening on push button catches, and then you've got hydraulic struts just to hold them up out of the way when you want to be putting stuff in them. It makes it really nice and easy. So if we take some of the shelves out of this cupboard here, you can see all our electronics set up. So starting with our batteries, we've got a 110 amp hour battery and we've got a 80 amp hour battery. We've got the little solar charge controller at the top there. There's a split charge relay. Top right, we've got the earth bar where all the earth leads lead to. And then we've got the little fuse box there that goes to our powers. That just has one main power wire going to the batteries. And then lastly, we've got a 600-watt inverter where people can just plug any main stuff in you need, which rarely gets used.
We fitted a magnetic strip, which is really handy if anything lying around, and just put some couple of mugs in. Quite quirky, a nice way to store equipment. We've also got 2 little shelves and one down here just for extra storage for any condiments or anything that we need for cooking.
So for night time, we've got these nice silver foil backed blinds. They've got little magnets sewn into each corner, and then they're a nice colour on the front. So this means that when you put them down against the windows, they just clip into place really nicely, and it's a great way to have nice looking curtains alternative. So for the roof of the van here, we've used some pine tongue and groove cladding. We've put some strips up along the roof that we can then screw into some nice battens. We then use some Danish oil to treat it, so it gives it this nice finished colour. We think it adds a really nice touch to the van, with the carpet contrasting with the pine roof. So for warmer summer months and to get a bit of ventilation in, we've got a Fiamma 400 by 400 roof vent. You can just open it up nicely to let some fresh air in, And then it has a dual switch here, so we can bring some air in or extract the air out. It's a bit noisy, but it works really well in the summer months to keep it nice and cool in here. Over this side of the van, we've got a nice cutlery drawer, which you keep all your utensils in. And then below that, we've got our gas setup. So in this cupboard here, in the bottom, we've got all our gas set up in here with a nice drop-out vent. And we've got a full-size gas bottle. This then leads around the back. The copper pipe runs up round and then into the hob and sink on the other side. So we've got the bed in day mode here. So this is it folded away. It's great, it creates loads more space in the van so that you can sit on the bed and relax in daytime still and look at those lovely views.
The bed system works really well. It pulls out on runners, and once it's pulled out it rests on the worktops, and you can still stand up next to it and there's still plenty of room whilst having a full-size double bed.
So this is the bed pulled out. For the mattress, we've used an IKEA mattress. It's a two-piece foam one with a smallest bottom half which fits perfectly in the gap, and it's super comfy.
So as you can see, you've got the small double bed fully pulled out, and there's still copious amount of room with the swivel seat adding extra space.
Ready for those cold winter nights, the van's fitted with a diesel heater. It's a Chinese one, it works absolutely brilliantly, always fires up when it needs to. And you can set the temperature to exactly what you want, which works really well. So there's a massive garage in the back of this van. It was originally designed to fit 3 mountain bikes, but now when we rent the van out, it comes with a porta potty in the back which you can move into a living area. It has 2 chairs, the mat, electric hookup and a nice table. In the back here it gives us a better view of a diesel heater. So this just sits in here. We fitted this on a turret mount. So you have the intake and exhaust which goes out through the floor and comes out through the side. I'll just show you that now. You can just about see under here the little exhaust for the heater just poking out underneath. So the bed frame in this van is a floating design, so that means we've got this central board which stays up here. We've got a nice frame off the ground and it's just supported next to the units. It's nice and solid and it gives you maximum space in the garage. For the floor here we've used a nice driftwood look lino flooring throughout. This was put down before any other cabinets or anything was put in, so it runs throughout the van underneath everything. It's nice to use, waterproof, so you can just wipe it clean. So covering the back doors, we've just carpet lined the original panels, and then we got these cladded panels. To make those, we made some ply panels up, and then we've glued the cladding onto the plywood. From then, we've added a bit of paint to it, and then if you sand back through the paint, it gives this nice rustic finish. So up on the roof here, you can see our roof vent. This is just sealed in with some mastic tape and a little bit of sealant. And then we've got our Renault solar panel, and that just has a little grommet at the front that wires go through. And we've just got these little mounts that it attaches down through. Those are bonded down and bolted down through the middle of the van. As you can see, the exterior of the van hasn't really changed much. All we did was fit a window on each side. It's based on our logo. This one's one of our rental ones, and we just painted the wheels black just to tidy it all up a bit. So the side step on this one's just been fitted out of a passenger van, so it just neatens up a bit. Before it was just a bare step, and then this one just goes up over plywood. Just gives a lot neater finish around lino flooring. So the front of the van is nice and standard, how it came out of the factory. All we fitted is an aftermarket stereo, so you can just play your own music. And we've got a nice carpeted floor mat, just to make it a bit nicer in here, a bit easier to clean.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.